We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Cunningham. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So,
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Off play action, it's Cunningham. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball. And
got his man complete. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Running left, Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the Broncos' 14-yard line.
Let's go. Number 1, hard.
Here's Tua. That's complete, right around the 8. That'll give him 8 that time, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll go. Achane. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is taken at about the 14. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The Dolphins are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. Up the middle, Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
21G, 21G. Watch it, Oscar. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, 31 yards. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cut 19, cut 19, drop 50, drop 50.
Here's Cunningham. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A play fake. Now Cunningham sliding out of the pocket. And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Flushed out right. The Dolphins get there this time, but they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ball game.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Barrio is going to bring this out of the end zone.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On second down, Tua. Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey. Solo left Zion.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that's going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now Cunningham. Forced out to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cunningham looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Cunningham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. A final shot before break. Cunningham. And a big loss here as he's taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
20, TX.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
There he goes left side. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 25-yard line.
A carry from McLaughlin.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a first down.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On second down, here's Cunningham. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's their quarterback. his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
There he goes, right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs, and have that relentless. Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Throwing quickly to Wilson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On first down, back to Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Mostert is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Achane. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll run with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his second rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Broncos. And that big return sets them up for the potential to now tie this game here in the fourth.
Let's see if they want to ride the momentum of that return for a touchdown, because as you and I both know, that's a monster play. Do you want to ride that momentum into a 2-point try, or do you line up and go ahead and kick the extra point?
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Ready.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead. And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's McLaughlin. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin, he's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Mims in motion right.
Seven Pirates,
Cunningham to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Cunningham. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
McLaughlin will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So, Charles, just a shocking turn of events here. I mean, right when you thought this game had gotten away from them, they come roaring back and have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Yeah, you're going to make me wax poetic here. Well, I don't know how good that's going to be, but to me, this is a testament to not giving up. The ethic that the coach instilled in them, that work ethic, that idea that you're never out of the game. Well, this team has grasped onto that. They bought into it and have held each other accountable. They are never out of games, and they just proved it here.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they work this well outfield across the 45. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing Tua. Touchdown! Durham Smythe, 26 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, the extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This is first and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go quick. Ready.
Cunningham. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. Able to find Judy. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
From the gun on third down, Cunningham. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
Well, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Now Tua. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Tua. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Here's Tua. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here it is.
All right, let's go.
4th and inches. Tua going to run the sneak. And he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. On the handoff, it's Achane.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
A 23-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time at South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw